French were controlling the game and deserved to win that. And it could have been even tighter if those three players were here in Ostia. But all credit to the Germans, they were close to the qualification. Well, Hanover made their way to the final tournament. As I mentioned, they overcame Dynamo Tbilisi by 7-6, so Hanover clinches the fourth spot in Group B in Budapest. They join Barceloneta, Ferencváros and Brescia. Those four teams will be all participants of the Final Eight tournament. So back to that match between these two in March when Spandau won by 12-6. They led at halftime by 8-3. A couple of players scoring twice, like Ilan, Streleski, Dedovic and Restovic as well. Top scorers of Ortigia were Jacopo and Gallo, scoring twice each. And would you believe or not, Stefano Tempesti couldn't perform a single save in the whole first half of that game. So that's a good memory for Spandau, of course. That's not the case for the Sicilians. Cristiano Mirarchi and Dmitry Holod in the first swim-off. So once again, Ortigia in the white caps, Spandau in the blue ones. László Baksa always tries to help his teammate. Now Dmitry Holod is maybe the quickest swimmers, one of the quickest swimmers here in the field. Pietro Fioli is also very fast here in the water from Recco, but Holod always wins the sprints, just like now. So they have the first possession. And Dedovic passes to Restovic. We have 8 seconds to finish this. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Restovic. And there's the first save made by Stefano Tempesti. So he didn't post a save in the first half in March against Spandau, but now, after a couple of seconds, he already has one. Better start by the veteran goalkeeper. Vidovic. Jacopo. László Baksa also performing his first save. Absolutely a key player of Spandau, László Baksa. He had excellent second tournament here in Ostia. Mateuszczuk hits the crossbar and it's still goalless. Stefano Tempesti with the ball now. Long pass to Stefan Vidovic. Eight seconds on the shot clock, and an action shot easily saved by László Baksa. So 100% save efficiency so far by both goalkeepers. Strzelecki. Czagaj. Dedovic. Dedovic. He hits the post. Now the Sicilians have the ball after the rebound. Couple of missed chances on both sides. Now Valentino Gallo is pushing forward. Great left-hander of Ortigia. Vidovic. Jacopo. 6 seconds. Now only 3 on the shot clock. And Baksa gave save number 3. Restovic. Teleski. Chagai. 3 minutes gone. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Chagai and the great block. And the Germans are denied once again. Gallo. Jacopo. Vidovic. And there's the first exclusion of the game. Now 6 on 5 for Ortigia. Chagai with his first personal foul. Jacopo. And Lopez. And that's a great goal. Cristian Napolitano, who breaks the deadlock almost halfway through the first quarter. So Ortigia takes the lead. Natural-born Sicilian. Coming from the youth ranks of Ortigia, he played there until 2007. And then came back a couple of years ago. Actually in 2017, before that he won the LEN Euro Cup with Brescia. Very experienced player. And he scores his 17th goal here in the tournament. And don't forget, yesterday Ortigia had a brilliant start against Jug. They had a 3-1 lead. Then Jug managed to score 4 goals in succession. In the end it was tight, but the experience of the Croats meant they went on to win that encounter. There's a first exclusion from Ortigia. So Martino Abela out for 20 seconds. And the first attempt by Dmitry Holod, saved by Stefano Tempesti. Holod, who is, of course, far the top scorer of the Germans, scoring 20 times so far. Last seconds of this exclusion. And it was already 6 on 6 when Dmitry Holod, from his second attempt, finally managed to find the back of the net. So it's goal number 21 for the Russian. Holod was a member of the Russian team, which was very close to qualify for the Olympic tournament a couple of weeks ago. They finished 4th, losing the decisive match against Croatia in the penalty shootout in dramatic circumstances. Jacopo. Sabaksha moves out of his goal. Baksha. Jungling. Giroud, Jungling, Dedovic. 6 seconds on the shot clock, and we are inside the last 3 minutes of the first quarter. And that's an action goal by the Germans. And it's actually a fantastic one. The goal scorer is Alex Sekulic. The man who has to replace Remy Sodadier, who is injured and missing here. That's a great goal to the far side of the goal. So finally he has his first goal of the tournament, Alex Sekulic. Ferrero. And the pass is a little too short for the center forward, but still an exclusion. Simone Rossi was fouled. So the captain, Maurice Jungling, is out for his for the first time. His first major foul, Jacopo. And that's a missed shot. Valentino Gallo with the mistake. Spandau is pushing forward to double their lead. 2 more minutes in the first quarter. An exclusion once again from Ortigia. Filippo Ferrero is out now. Polod. Sekulic. Dedovic. Polod. And the steal by the Sicilians. They survived this time. Now they have the chance to make an equalizer. Jacopo. Gallo. Another save by Baksha. Save number 4 already. And he's only conceded once so far. And one of the Ortigia players, Simone Rossi, is left behind, so that's gonna be 6-on-5 situation for Spandau, but Stefano Tempesti posed the save. And it's a corner throw. Sekulic. Dedovic. Sekulic. 36 seconds on the clock. Now only 6 seconds on the shot clock. Sekulic, that's goal number 3 for Spandau. He also needed some luck, and this time Stefano Tempesti turned to be pretty unlucky. So Alex Sekulic, now with 2 goals already to his name. The very last seconds of this offensive play. Now 2-goal lead for Spandau. He goes in a row by the Germans. Vidovic. Last 20 seconds of the first quarter. Vidovic, exclusion. So it's actually Alex Sekulic who has his first personal foul, and Laszlo Baksha makes the save. Simone Rossi was denied. So it remains 3-1 for Spandau, despite that great start by Ortigia. Remember, Napolitano took the lead for There was the opening goal of this game coming from Cristiano Napolitano, and then came Dmitry Holod from this situation when it was already 6-on-6 after an exclusion foul. And then Alex Sekulic, who hadn't had a single goal before this match in the tournament, scored twice. again, Ortigia is struggling. And Stefano Piccardo can't be happy about that. And once again, it's the goals which are missing. The offensive play hasn't worked for Ortigia. He scored only 4 times against Olympiacos back in the first tournament. Only 3 times against Recco in March, when they had a game against Spandau and Jug. Both occasions they only scored 6 times. There's the second stream off. This time it's not Holod, but the number 7, that is Treleski, who tried to reach the ball first, and he did that. It was very tight. Once again, the first possession is in favor of Spandau. Dedovic. Gets it back from Restovic. 8 seconds on the shot clock, and a steal by the Italians. Gallo. And immediately the first exclusion of the second quarter. Denis Streleski goes out for the first time, and that's another great goal by Napolitano. A similar situation. So they start this quarter pretty well as well. So the second goal from Mr. Napolitano. Goal number 18. Valentino Gallo stands on 20 goals so far. He's the top scorer of Ortigia. This time Napolitano is close to him. Great reaction by Abela. And suddenly Ortigia has a chance to level the score. Vidovic. Once again, only 5 seconds on the shot clock. And now Napolitano tried to do something in the center forward position. But in the end, he lost the ball. Jungling. Restovic. Holod. It was blocked by Abela. Another great defensive play by Martino Abela. Ortigia number 3. Gallo. And a slow start by the Germans once again. That was the case in the first quarter as well. Jacopo. Gallo. And Slovakia with save number 6. 75% save efficiency by the goalkeeper. Holod. Treleski. Jungling. Restovic. The shot goes over the crossbar, it goes wide as well. Jacopo. Another low pass by the captain, and there's the equalizer. Andrea Condemi is also on the score sheet now. 2 goals in succession, this time by Ortigia. And Kondemi, who is 80 years of age, coming from the youth ranks of Ortigia. Cool finish. Of course, Astamakshi was not happy about that. So 3-all. Dedovic. Sekulic. Dedovic. So no chance at all for Spandau to finish this offensive play with a single shot. And they are still goalless in the second quarter. Vidovic. That's a bad pass. And there's the halfway point of the second period. And exclusion from Ortigia, so now power play for Spandau. So Vidovic is out. There's the third 6-on-5 situation for Spandau. And they don't manage to score this time, they only hit the right post. Dedovic with this latest attempt. Gallo. Jacopo. Exclusion, this time from Spandau. So also the first major foul of Nikola Dedovic. Gallo. Jacopo. Ferrero. And once again a nice play by Ortigia, and Andrea Kondemi scores his second. Great power play by the Sicilians. They turned the score. This time they've managed to score 3 times in a row. All these 3 goals coming in the second quarter. And the assist comes from Filippo Ferrero. Forward. No exclusion this time. Followed. 4 seconds on the shot clock, and Followed shoots wide. Well, it's all about Ortigia in this second period of the game. Shot goes over the crossbar. Means 4-3 for the team of Stefano Piccardo. Kiru. Ilan. Inside the last 2 minutes of the second quarter. And Stefano Tempesti makes his 4th save. But at least another 20 seconds for Spandau. They take the corner throw. Followed. An exclusion from Ortigia. Mr. Birarki is out now. If it's the first personal foul. Followed. Kidu. And that's a great goal as well. So the first goal by Spandau in the second quarter, also coming from a power play situation. And Marino Chagai scores his first, and that's the equalizer. Chagai is one of the only two new signings from last summer, coming from Jadran Herceg-Novi. Vidovic. In the last minute of the second period. Ferrero, Rossi. No foul on Simone Rossi. So can the Germans regain the lead? They are pushing forward that one of the Ortigia players, the captain, Jacopo, is left behind now. Pass to followed. It's not 6-on-5 anymore. Chagai. The pass taking the save, and still 26 seconds to go before half-time. Nine seconds now on the clock. And from the free throw, Stefan Vidovic tried to beat Laszlo Baksha, but he missed the target. So Spandau won the first quarter by 3-1, and there is a reverse score actually in the second one. Some memorable moments of the two quarters so far, the first two quarters. Ortigia, of course, represents the beautiful island of Sicily, and they have a couple of local derbies. One of the arch rivals is Nuoto Catania, and the other one is Telimar Palermo, also a member of the first division in Italy, the Serie A1. So these three teams play really exciting and tense games against each other. Ortigia managed to promote to the first division in the year of 2015, and their first year in the elite in the Serie A1, they finished 12th. In 2017, 9th. In 2018, already 4th, so they were very close to win a medal in the championships. In 2019, they finished 5th, and they also reached the quarterfinal of the Land Euro Cup, so they showed that they could be also competitive in the international circuit as well. Last year they were on third place when the championship was suspended due to the coronavirus pandemic. They made their way to the final of the Euro Cup, and that match has been never played. Now they are fighting for the playoffs. And they are fighting here for a nice farewell to the Champions League. And also for the third time, Spandau wins the sprint. It's 4-4 between Ortigia and Spandau. And now Restovic gets the ball. Dedovic. Restovic. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And exclusion from Ortigia, so the first foul play situation for Spandau in the third quarter. And Abera is the first player in the field who has 2 personal fouls to his name. There's goal number 5 for Spandau. Another power play goal, and goal number 2 for Dmitry Holod. Great Russian. Came from Dynamo Moscow in 2019. In this match he has 2 goals to his name. All in all, it's goal number 22 for him. And it's a 5-minute penalty for Ortigia. A chance for Valentino Gallo to level the score. And Denis Streletsky also has 2 major fouls. And Gallo is denied. Laszlo Baksha, with the help of the post, performs the save. Fantastic save by the Hungarian goalkeeper. So he keeps his team in front. Jacopo. Vidovic, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Jacopo. Restovic with the tackle, and the shot clock also runs down. Jacopo says he's been fouled. That's why he was complaining. Dedovic. And saved by Tempesti. Excellent goalkeeping performances on both sides. Tempesti with save number 6 out of 11 attempts at his goal. Baksha stands on 63% regarding the save efficiency. Vidovic. This time an exclusion from Spandau. And a great block by the Germans. And they have the possession now. Raziana Kiru, who left the pool after this exclusion, but the Germans survived. And now they are pushing forward to extend their lead. They already had a 2-goal lead at the end of the first quarter. And it was 3-1 for them. Restovic, shot from tight angle, comfortably saved by Stefano Tempesti. So only 1 goal so far in the third quarter, and a 1-goal lead for Spandau. Jacopo. The backhand shot, and a fantastic goal by Napolitano. And it's already goal number 3 by the veteran. 38 years of age, Cristian Napolitano, and he's been a really impressive match so far. 5 attempts and 3 goals now, and that was a really beauty. And that is the equalizer for Ortigia. 3 goals out of the 5 coming from Cristian Napolitano in the Italian team. Dedovic. Kolod. Dedovic. Seconds on the shot clock. Dedovic hits the crossbar. And it's even an exclusion from the Germans. And the first timeout call. Stefano Piccardo with this timeout. And Nikola Dedovic stands on the 2 personal fouls as well, just like Denis Strelecki in the German side. Martino Abela from Ortigia also has 2 majors. So once again in Group B in Budapest, we already have a final result from the Wednesday's program. Vasco Hanover beat Dynamo Tbilisi by 7-6. So the Germans managed to qualify for the final tournament to be held in Belgrade in early June. That match will be followed there by the encounter of Brescia and Dietara Herceg-Novi, as well as Barceloneta against Ferencváros. So here in Ostia, it's Ortigia 5, Spandau 5, and the Italians are a man up after the exclusion of Nikola Dedovic. Gallo. And the block shot. It was Lucas Gilan who managed to save this one instead of his goalkeeper. Restovic. Gilan. And that's also a 5-meter penalty. This time the Germans have a good chance to score from this position. On the other end, Valentino Gallo was denied by Laszlo Baksha. Now let's see whether Dmitry Holod can beat Stefano Tempesti or not. Yes, he can. And it's 6-5 for Spandau. So Holod now has his goal number 23 in the tournament. And he has 3 goals to his name so far in this match, just like Cristian Napolitano from Ortigia. Nice illusion from Spandau. Boris Jungling also has 2 majors, and there's the equalizer. And it's Simone Rossi who levels the score. Great assist and cool finish by Rossi. Well, maybe the biggest fan of Simone is his father, Marco Rossi, who's actually the head coach of the Hungarian national football team. But you can see him in plenty of Waterpolo matches as well. Restovic. saved by Tempesti. Still, excellent performance by Tempesti and Baksha as well. Both goalkeepers far over 50% in the save efficiency. And that's goal number 7 for Ortigia, and it's an action goal. So Sebastiano Di Luciano makes it 7-6 for Ortigia. Once again, they managed to turn the score. There's the assist from Stefan Vidovic. And the surprise shot to the short side of the goal. A couple of ups and downs, twists and turns here in this match. And this goes for the 5th place here in Group A. The Germans need at least a draw to keep their 5th position. Inside the last 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Restovic. It's fouled by Jacopo. And exclusion. And Mateuszuk scores 7-all. Quick reaction by the Germans. Mateuszuk was in a clear position. And he scores his 6th goal in the tournament. That was exclusion number 3 for Martino Abela, so he's the first player who is ejected from the game. The last 90 seconds of the 3rd quarter, and we say goodbye to Martino Abela. He's finished with the Champions League season now. His teammates still have more than 9 minutes to make a nice farewell to this fantastic competition. Restovic. 7 seconds on the shot clock. We are inside the last minute now in this period. And no foul on Lucas Kilan. Di Luciano. Vidovic. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He forces a foul on him. But Laszlo Baksha makes the save, and the Germans still have 20 seconds before the end of the 3rd quarter. And Restovic gets the ball from the goalkeeper Baksha. And that's a turnover foul. Maybe a chance to score a turnover goal from that. Jacopo, the last second, and he scores just on time. And that could be demoralizing for the Germans. Ortigia takes the lead in the very last moment of the 3rd quarter. So the captain, Jacopo, scores his first today. So Ortigia 8, Spandau 7, right before the last quarter. He was unstoppable, and Laszlo Baksha couldn't make the save in the end. The fast break goal by the Italians. They need a victory to go ahead of Spandau and clinch spot number 5 here in the group. We have, of course, 2 more top matches here in Austria. The last 2 matches of the third bubble tournament. Olympiacos against Marseille. That match goes for 3rd place here in the group. And that starts at 5:45. And that will be followed by the encounter Juk Dubrovnik against Krodeko. So 4-time winner against an 8-time winner in the evening program. That big clash starts at 8:15. The Germans are trailing by 1 goal. They had the lead twice in the 3rd quarter. And Ortigia also had it twice. They have it now as well. 8-7 for the Sicilians. And there's the last sprint. And once again, Teleski reaches the ball first. He was even fouled by Filippo Ferrero. And already the first exclusion. Ferrero is out. His 2nd personal foul. 6-on-5 situation for Spandau. It's a little mistake by Sekulic. They lost 1 or 2 seconds this way. Now 5 seconds on the shot clock. And a fantastic block by the Italians. Jacopo. Shot from range, and the save by Baksha. The ball also hit the right post. So somehow Spandau survived from this situation. Sekulic. Now they are looking for an equalizer. Sekulic. Another block by the Italians. Let's check that. The ball was not inside. Jacopo. Lob shot. An easy save by Laszlo Baksha. Teleski. Teleski hits the crossbar. So plenty of missed chances by the Germans the last couple of minutes. And they haven't seen a single goal so far in the last quarter. Jacopo. Still a 1 goal lead for Ortigia. Baksha with save number 11 already. Remember, he also saved a 5-meter penalty in the 3rd quarter. Despite that, they're trailing by 1 goal. Jacopo. Once again, it was the right post which saved Spandau. Maybe there was a slight fingertip by Baksha as well. The replay shows. Dedovic. Strzelecki. And Tempesti performs the save, and it's corner throw for Spandau. That is a great attempt by Denis Strzelecki. Was actually born in Russia, the city of Mishkino, but member of the German national team. It's an ordinary foul, so free throw for the Germans. And Mateuchuk is fouled inside the 6-meter line. Mirarki. Jacopo. Still no goals in the last quarter. Jacopo. And that's an exclusion. And Nikola Dedovic, one of the key players of Spandau, is also out of the game. That could be crucial. That was his final exclusion. But the shot goes wide, so the Germans can still hope for at least a point here. Strzelecki. Another great attempt, but this time he hits the right post. Still 8-7. Less than 4 minutes into the clock. Strzelecki, Jungling. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And that's a great goal. Dmitry Holod makes it 8-0. Another amazing performance by the young Russian. Seven attempts by Holod, and this is goal number 4. And 24 goals so far in the tournament. Impressive. Rossi. That score would be enough for the Germans to keep their 5th position in Group A. Rossi. And Baksha. A dozen saves by Laszlo Baksha. Once again, one of the best players of Spandau. Now they even have the chance to regain the lead. Restovic. Sekulic. Tempesti. Also an important save. And now we are inside the last 3 minutes. Tempesti asks for some attention. Vidovic, Jacopo. Baksha. And timeout called by Petar Kovacevic. Kovacevic was born in Kotor in Montenegro. Also was the French citizenship. Took over at Spandau at 2014. It was a really stormy season for Spandau previously when Andreas Genjoshi left the club, and for a couple of months it was the current manager Peter Rühle who was in charge in the head coach position. and he went on to win the German Championship and the German Cup title with Spandau as well. A little more than 2 minutes on the clock. And another goal could mean a lot for the Germans. Kolod. Jungling. And no touch by Tempesti. Shot went wide. Still Tempesti. Jacopo. And the turnover foul. Cristian Napolitano committing this. Here's the foul. Now Restovic gets the call. Čagaj. Restovic. Čagaj. And this shot goes wide as well. So still 8-all, and we are heading for the last minute of this very exciting first game of Wednesday's program here in Ostia. Ortigia needs a goal to go ahead of Spandau in the group. Rossi. A lob shot, not the best one, and only 41 seconds to go. So if Spandau doesn't do anything special but keeps the ball until the end of this offensive play, Ortigia will only have 11 seconds to respond. Sekulic. So the Germans absolutely don't need to rush. Kolod. 7 seconds, and Kolod. The possession goes to Ortigia, and of course Stefano Piccardo calls for a timeout. They will have 16 seconds this way to score that crucial goal. And they won't lose so much time thanks to this timeout call. They will be there in front of the Spandau goal. Very good decision by Stefano Piccardo. It's a tight game this time between these two teams. It was 12-6 for Spandau in March here in Ostia. Now hard fighting Ortigia. So can they do that? That's the question now. 16 seconds to go. Jacopo. Gallo. Now only 8 seconds. Jacopo doesn't shoot. And Baksha, the final save. And that means Spandau clinches a point, and they will stay ahead of Ortigia. They clinch spot number 5 in Group A, and Ortigia finishes last here. But all credit to the Sicilians as well. They fought really hard, and Spandau also had a really impressive game and impressive 3 days here, despite the 3 missing players, missing key players, I should say. Only 1 unanswered questions here in Group A. Who will finish?